Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. What if the love you watched on screen was never just acting? What if every glance, every gentle smile, every off-camera moment meant more than anyone dared to admit? Until now. Today we uncover the truth behind one of Chinese entertainment's most whispered about relationships, Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi. The rumors? They're no longer just rumors. And what happened at their latest event may have just changed everything. Stay right here on Update X24H, because what you're about to see will make you believe in quiet love stories, and how sometimes the biggest confessions don't need words at all. It was supposed to be just another high-profile charity gala, an elegant gathering of industry elites, philanthropists, and familiar faces under the shimmering lights of Beijing's winter skyline. But that night something shifted, something subtle, yet powerful enough to ignite 1,000 questions across social media feeds within minutes. Zhao Lusi arrived first, stepping onto the scene with a quiet kind of confidence. She wore a soft ivory gown that moved like mist with every step. Her makeup was light, her expression warm, but there was a tension in her posture that didn't go unnoticed. She scanned the room, not frantically but purposefully, as though she was waiting for something, or someone. The energy in the space changed when Wu Lei appeared. He didn't come through the grand entrance like most stars would. Instead, he slipped in quietly from a side door, almost as if he wanted to remain invisible. But that attempt at modesty failed the moment his eyes found her. There was no hesitation, no need to search. He knew exactly where she was. And in that brief second, as their gazes locked, the room around them seemed to blur. They didn't greet each other publicly. No hug, no handshake. But that look, that single moment of recognition, was louder than any declaration. It was the kind of look that said, "I'm here. I came for you." And somehow, everyone watching understood that something real was unfolding. Not in the flashy, overproduced way we often see celebrity interactions scripted for public relations, but something tender, deliberate, and completely unscripted. Within moments, fans began posting side-by-side screenshots, comparisons, reactions. The internet lit up not because of what was said, but because of what was felt. It was a quiet confirmation, wrapped in subtlety and sealed with eye contact. In a world where everything is staged, this felt raw, honest, almost too intimate for the spotlight. People no longer asked if the rumors were true. Instead, they asked, how long has this been going on? How much of what we saw before was acting? And how much of it was love trying to hide in plain sight? That night didn't offer answers. It offered something better. A real moment. One that made people believe that maybe, just maybe, what we saw on screen had always been more than fiction. For a long time, people dismissed it all as coincidence. A shared laugh during an interview, matching accessories in different photos, being seen at the same restaurant on the same night. To most, these were passing details, moments too small to mean anything, too vague to hold weight. But over time something shifted. These coincidences began to form a pattern, and that pattern started to tell a quiet story, one of connection, of something deeper lingering just beneath the surface. Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi have always had undeniable chemistry, especially during their time together in Love Like the Galaxy. But what captivated fans wasn't just what they saw on screen. It was what happened when the cameras weren't rolling. The way Wu Lei smiled a little differently around her. The way Zhao Lusi's eyes softened in his presence. Behind-the-scenes clips revealed a tenderness that no script could manufacture. It wasn't loud or performative. It was something more intimate, something real. Then came the subtle, almost secret moments. Fans noticed that both had worn the same bracelet in separate appearances, weeks apart. Wu Lei was spotted leaving a flower shop that delivered white roses, and days later, Zhao Lusi posted a photo holding a similar bouquet. In an interview, Wu Lei spoke about a song that helped him through a difficult time. Not long after, Zhao Lusi posted lyrics from that exact track. Alone, these signs meant little. But together, they whispered a truth that neither of them had said out loud. What was once dismissed as fan-driven fantasy slowly began to feel like something else entirely. These weren't just coincidences anymore, they were choices. Quiet, deliberate choices that connected two people through time, space, and silence. And while neither confirmed anything, neither tried very hard to hide it either. Their actions didn't scream for attention. Instead, they invited those who were really paying attention to look closer. To see the truth not in what was said, but in what was shown, softly, gently, with care. In a world where celebrity relationships are often built on spectacle, what Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi seem to share is refreshingly simple. It doesn't need headlines or fanfare. It just needs moments. Small ones. Repeated ones. Real ones. And by now, even the skeptics are beginning to admit, it's not just coincidence anymore. Sometimes a single moment can speak louder than any grand gesture or carefully chosen words. It doesn't require a microphone, a press release, or a camera flash. It simply unfolds quietly, honestly, and without warning. That is exactly what happened during a recent panel discussion where both Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi happened to be present. The event itself wasn't built around drama or surprise. It was a formal, structured conversation among actors and artists, expected to follow the usual polite rhythms. No one anticipated anything extraordinary. But then came a question, simple, almost casual. What's something you've been wanting to say but haven't yet? Wu Lei paused, not out of discomfort, but as though he was searching for the right weight to give his answer. For a brief moment, the room seemed to hold its breath. Then with a calm, steady voice he responded, "Sometimes we wait too long to say the things that matter. And sometimes, someone comes along who makes the wait feel unnecessary." It was a beautiful statement, poetic in its restraint, deeply human in its tone. But it was the way he said it, the way he looked straight across the room that gave it meaning. Because his eyes didn't wander. They landed directly on Zhao Lusi. She didn't react with shock or confusion. Instead, a quiet smile formed on her face, soft, genuine, filled with something unspoken. Her hand rested briefly on her bracelet, a familiar piece of jewelry that fans had long suspected held sentimental value. She didn't speak and she didn't need to. Her expression said everything. In that moment, no names were mentioned, no facts confirmed, yet the atmosphere shifted. It was as if the room collectively understood that something sacred had just happened. An emotional exchange between two people who had chosen sincerity over spectacle. There was no performance in their interaction, no need for the crowd's approval. It felt like the curtain had been pulled back, just slightly, allowing the world to glimpse the truth they had been carefully guarding. That one look, paired with that one answer, echoed far beyond the event. It wasn't a confession in words, it was something far more intimate. A moment of clarity. A moment that, without shouting, said everything. According to close insiders from the Love Like the Galaxy production crew, Wu Lei had long admired Zhao Lusi for her genuine warmth and fearless honesty. He reportedly kept a photo of the cast on his desk, but Lucy's image was always centered. One source even noted, he became softer around her, more relaxed, and oddly protective. Zhao Lusi, on the other hand, remained quiet about rumors. But in a recent interview, when asked about her ideal type, she said, "Someone who makes me feel seen without needing to say anything." Was she describing him? Fans think so. Sources now suggest Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi have been discreetly spending time together for almost a year. They reportedly travel separately, stay in different hotels during projects, but always meet in private after events. They celebrated Zhao Lusi's birthday quietly with close friends and no media. Wu Lei even baked the cake himself, according to one leaked story that has yet to be denied. They're not hiding out of shame, they're protecting something real. What's making fans emotional isn't just the relationship, it's how delicately it's being nurtured. In an industry flooded with scandals, artificial dating shows, and paparazzi drama, Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi have chosen to let their story unfold without spectacle. No couple vlogs, no press conferences, just soft confirmations, and a kind of affection you don't need subtitles to understand. They're showing that authentic love doesn't need noise. It just needs honesty. While no official statement has been made, the emotional shift is clear. Fan theories now revolve around a potential co-lead project next year. Whether they'll walk a red carpet together for the first time, or if they'll continue this delicate dance, loving without labeling. Whatever they choose, one thing is clear. Their fans are here for it. Loyal, supportive, hopeful. What makes this story beautiful isn't just the romance. It's the humanity behind it. Two actors navigating fame, pressure, and emotion, and still choosing tenderness. Maybe we'll never get a formal post, a couple selfie, or a wedding announcement. But maybe, just maybe, we already have something better. Proof that not all love stories need validation to be real. If this story moved you, made you smile, or reminded you that real love still exists, even in the spotlight, please don't forget to subscribe to Update X24H. We're here to bring you more than just news. We bring stories that make you feel something. Thank you for watching, and remember, the quietest love stories are sometimes the most powerful. Busy.